frustrated. What was scheduled as a 5-period practice viewing session was changed to 9 last night, and ultimately we saw the full practice today. Interestingly enough, Caleb Smith, the wide receiver graduate transfer from Virginia Tech, was not in attendance. We were told that was for personal business to attend to. Also not in attendance today, linebackers Prince Colley and Jalen Sneed. Sneed is unconfirmed to be in the concussion protocol, but it is confirmed that he's expected back for what will be a very physical Saturday practice as spring practice begins to wind down heading into the last week. Good news really on the injury front, I think, is Logan Diggs, Adon Schuler, Cam Hart, Thomas Harper, they're all running now. They're all taking, Kevin Bauman as well, they're all taking reps in, sometimes in individual work, a little bit in position drills, and all on the stretching. Now they do not take contact, of course, recovering from all their injuries. A little bit behind, I think, and rightfully so, because he's a few weeks behind Kevin Bauman in terms of when he did injure his ACL. Eli Raridan was not in pads today. But other than he and DeVan Houston, it seems that everyone that started the spring in the pit, is working their way out of it as we come to the end. Not in attendance today also is Christian Gray, the freshman cornerback. It should be pointed out that early enrollee freshmen often will miss a practice with some type of class conflict. We will ask about that when we see Marcus Freeman and Al Golden on Saturday. Standouts today, there's some familiar names in here. Our offensive line, Joe Alt was fantastic in both drills and 11-11 action. I thought Riley Mills had the best day among defensive linemen, and if not him, that's defensive tackle. Jason Anye continues to impress at nose tackle. He's an athletic guy. We talked to him after practice. He said he came to Notre Dame at 285 pounds with 27 to 28% body fat. He's now 289 pounds with 12% body fat, and he is a nose tackle that moves. He says it's rare for a nose tackle to be able to move, but he's one of them. And Anye again flashed. I know Tim Priester mentioned that he flashed last Saturday as well. J.D. Bertrand, always solid. Junior Tua Halamaka had a very good day coming off the edge. I should note this was in blitz packages. They were working on blitz packages. They're putting the offense in situations where it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 11, so they're really not supposed to complete the passes, and guys are supposed to come free, but Tui Halamaka flashed there. I thought the best practice of all was Xavier Watts, defensively and on special teams. He looked like a force in some special teams drills. Look for a big season coming from Watts. I think he's the key on the back end, because then they can rotate Ramon Henderson and DJ Brown. If you had never watched quarterbacks play before, Tyler Buckner was the best quarterback today, and he would have had a great day if the receivers would have been more aggressive going for the ball. It's safe to say that the quarterbacks were better than the receivers today. There was not a lot of running through deep balls. I thought Tyler Buckner put some just on the outstretched hands. There was a drop long pass to Deion Colsey for a touchdown. Colsey actually blew by his defender. He looked great in that part of it. Could not bring it in. I thought Tobias Merriweather could have brought in a pass. He one-armed. Lorenzo Styles, 2 passes contested in the end zone. He could have had a hand on, or he could have caught over the defender. Buckner had a good day overall. Then Audric Estime continues to look the part. It's worth noting Logan Diggs doesn't get any reps, and neither does Jadarian Price. So Estime and Jabran Payne are getting quite a bit of work. There's some business decisions being made when Audric Estime runs the ball in 11-on-11 at the end of practice. You can see those obviously happening down close. And Rico Flores, it wasn't flashy as a wide receiver, but it seems like he's working his way into special teams as well. He also gets special mention because I kept noting Flores wins rep, and then Xavier Watts absolutely murders Rico Flores on a rep. So that's what you're looking at in brief special teams action as well. I think of note, the most important thing, because it's spring practice, I don't know what it's going to mean considering it's an extremely deep cornerback position. Lorenzo Styles did rep at cornerback today in 1 full set of drills and 1 live rep. He won against Braylon James. He broke up the pass. I did not see him get in, but he was staying with the cornerbacks when they were working on tracking the ball defensively, going backwards, trying to track a high pass for an interception. I don't know what that means for the future, but Lorenzo Styles cross-training a little bit today. We'll be able to ask Al Golden and Marcus Freeman about that on Saturday as well. And to wrap it up, we talked to Al Washington. I think a 2-deep has formed. And they probably are going to want more than that, but the 2-deep has formed on the front line, and not saying who the starters are, but nose tackle Howard Cross and Jason Anye, defensive tackle Riley Mills and Gabriel Rubio, Vipers, Jordan Botello, who we spoke with and we'll have an interview with later today, and Junior Tui Halamaka, and on the strong side, Nana Osafa-Mensah and Javante Jean-Baptiste, who looked like he might have had a light day. Baptiste today, he was very involved in all the huddles, but he did not rep in as much as anyone else, and I did not see him work much in 11-on-11. Now, 8 is how you want to start a season. If you can get to 9 and 10, that's ideal, but I know there's been, and I brought it up, I thought maybe Notre Dame has 8 number 2s along the defensive line. I thought today they looked better than that. I think Al Washington believes it's an underrated underdog group, one that believes in themselves more than any of the outside press clippings would show. So if the Notre Dame defensive line can really come in 8 deep, 2 deeps at every position starting the season, I think that will augment the defense overall. And of course, offensively, it appears now the offensive line, we have not seen many changes other than Billy Strouth at left guard and Andrew Kristofic at right guard. I would assume the spring will conclude that way. But we'll be back. This is actually our final practice viewing. They have canceled Fridays because it's going to be such a light practice leading to a heavy scrimmage on Saturday. So final full practice viewing, we will have interviews posted with 5 defensive linemen in Al Washington and a full practice report at irishillustrated.com.